Well, good morning, and how are you guys doing out there in the land of the internet? Oh man, it's good to see you. Excuse me for a moment while I get reset up and out of stuff and into stuff. How's your day doing today? How was your morning doing? Hopefully it's going really well. Whew, man, I'm working out in the yard today. I should have taken some before pictures to share with you guys, but I just didn't. Man, it's one of those super hot days today. Currently it's not that bad, but it is supposed to be in the 104, 105s today, which is almost unbearable, but not quite unbearable. Woo-wee, man. You know what time it is, though? It's time for some coffee. So I'm going to leave you guys with something while I get my coffee. How about that? Well, you came back. Thought you left. I thought I scared you off. Of course you didn't get scared off. You knew what the good things are coming. Wow. So, this broadcast is coming from Southern California, the United States of America. And with that being said, it is a warm one here in Southern California. Man, they claim that today is supposed to get in the 105s. Can you believe 105 degrees? That would be like, well, hello, you made it. Oh my God, if you guys don't know my good friend Danielle does all kinds of very important, very cool stuff for our community and for the cannabis community in a whole. And to think about it for a second, when we're giving and we're giving and we're giving, so many people are, there's a lot of takers out there, and you know that. And there's a lot of people out there that will give with nothing in return. So what becomes that thing? What gets you going crazy? What gets you to want to go out and do your part every day? Is it your beautiful wife? Is it your handsome husband? Is it your cousin that is endearing to you? Is it the fact that you have this weird ego thing about you that you need to finish things? Or is it the fact that you just don't know how to surrender? I got to be honest with you. I think my part is a big part of that not knowing how to surrender thing. I learned at a young age that surrender is, well, it's not a sign of the weak, but surrender is definitely a tool of the word. Yeah. So when we spread that knowledge, I'm gonna jump that first idea. When we spread that knowledge, first of all, thank you so much, Danielle, for showing up today. Generally, I'm up here talking to myself. If you'd like to come up, the link is down there. I have no problem bringing you up. The question that I have for most people this fine day and this morning is simple. Being good to yourself. Being good to yourself requires a few different key things. Being good to yourself means treating others with respect so they can actually see the good in you. Most of the time, they want to follow. It doesn't mean, what's up, Sir Island Boy, Mr. Ted? Oh my God, you guys, thank you so much. If you guys don't know these two, Ted and Danielle are folks that I get up early in the morning with, and I go and I watch them talk to each other. And man, their friendship really, 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 really makes me understand the fact that we have people here that we can talk with and hang out with. Do you have any friends on the internet that you feel that undying love for? There are a few out there. And I got to say, for me personally, uh, I've tightened my circle, and the whole idea is not because I'm too cool for people. I just got tired of getting burned. I got tired of getting hurt. I got tired of feeling. You know what I mean? So then what happened was I decided to change my whole outlook. And then I changed my time. You know what time that is, right? You know what time it is. Come on.
Bong it time, it's bong it time. Don't you just know bong it time? It's bong it time, it's bong it time. Everyone loves bong it time. Bong it time, it's bong it time. Don't you just know bong it time? It's bong it time, it's bong it time. Everyone loves bong it time.
Not everybody loves it, but some can respect it, and some can even understand it. You know what? Think about it. Think about it for a second. You have your time of the day. Your time of the day is the one that you spend, whether it's sitting in the bathroom, whether it's putting your face on, or whether it's sitting in traffic. You have your time of day where you can control what's about to happen. Now, with that being said, excuse me, there are so many hidden variables there. And those hidden variables are the things that keep us going, huh? You know, you can get up with the plan to go take on the freaking world, and then you can get out of bed and all of a sudden something in your back pops and now you're not able to do it. I don't know. I think for me it's a matter of doing it, sticking with the it that I'm talking about, and remembering to spread a message. Maybe not the message, but a message. But I got a message for you guys. 45 seconds. Pretty hokey, huh? I know. You're probably thinking, this guy, man, what the hell is this guy thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. But I'll lead you in a little of what I've been doing. So I got an acre behind my house. And the acre that I have is, we're smack dab in the middle of the metropolis of our city. So the acre that I have here, I just let things go. And with the weather that we've had, the rain we've had, it grew like a crazy, crazy forest. And when I say to you that there are tumbleweeds and there are weeds in my backyard, let me tell you, they're as tall as me, no joke. So, you know, it's a little, hey, what is going on, Joey? How are you today? So me and a friend of mine decided, a friend of mine was like, I want to give you some help. I'll bring over my stepson, and we'll go out there and we'll kill it together. And I was just like, for real? So we ended up going out there together, and I'm injured right now, so I can't really do a whole lot of pushing and pulling. But the idea that I did do is I went out, I started weed whacking, and I got this young man tearing weeds and throwing weeds. Within the first 5 minutes of it, we filled 3 trash cans. No joke. There's so much shit back there that, you know, I should have been able to catch up on. But like most things in life, when you get backed up and you start to fall away from things and you don't get to finish them, they get a little out of hand and then they get unwieldy. And that alone could be depressing. That alone could be definitely setting your headspace for something different. Now, I'm the kind of guy that I like to see things getting done. I love to see the evolution of things. So when I'm working on the yard, I love to see half of it mowed. You know what I mean? Or when I'm cleaning up in the front yard, I like to see a few of the things out of the way, or the trash can getting full. Now, this is not about how I like to work or even how you should work. What this is about is, this is how I woke up today. I woke up feeling very much like the wayniac this morning. I woke up and I was on fire, man. And all I kept thinking is, there's so much that I want to do. And before I go any further, I would like to say thank you to you guys who are watching. There are plenty other streamers out there on the internet. There are so many of us people out there that are out there giving our love, giving our support to the day, and trying to give a message. I'd like to say thank you from me to you, because there are so many other people that you could take the time right now to go watch. And the fact that I'm in Facebook jail and you had to seek me out in other ways via the Knock Network and or going and finding my YouTube page, thank you very much. We're almost out of jail. We got like 9 more days in the hole. 9 days in the hole. If you didn't know, that's an old band that sang a song called 30 Days in the Hole. I know. You're probably like, what the hell is this dude talking? Yeah, irrelevant, right? Take a look. I use a certain device to smoke because I have COPD that's been acting up. My COPD has flare-ups. I'll go from moments where I'm really okay, and then there's moments where I need my breather and I don't want to smoke. But I'm smoking too long to take a break. So, I'll find moments in between, whether that's using an inhaler or, smoking out of a different receptacle. Well, one of the receptacles that I love is Does it say? Let me see what I can do for you real quick, okay? Hold on real quick. Let's see what we can do, folks. I'd love to have you join me. Banners. Sorry, kids. Didn't mean to shake up the house. All right, that should work better. Let's try that one now. Oh, funny thing you should ask about obtaining a smoke freezer. I am still a representative, California, Hawaii, Alaska, Oregon, and Washington on the smoke freezer front. So, we could set up orders through me, or we can go straight through Anthony Lauria. Let me see. She says she's going to give it a try. That'd be so cool. If you don't have one, you definitely should check them out. They're definitely worthwhile. If you haven't smoked through one, my advice to people are always find someone who owns one so you could try one first. If you're a hardcore, everyday, whole bunch of smoking guy, yeah, I don't know if I would advise one, but that's just my opinion. I do stick to the, you ask? Tag. Thick ass glass, the one and only and the last piece of glass of a smoking receptacle that you will possibly ever need. Tag, indestructible. When this guy showed me this bong and he wanted me to smash it on the floor, I was like, it ain't happening, dude. I don't have the courage to do that. By the way, there's 4 of you watching. Oh my God, I'm going to go viral in 90 seconds. Leave you, I spoke too soon. We're all going to go viral. Oh no. Well, let us see. Well, I'll let this beautiful lady up. Why not? I would only be a fool if I did not. Good morning.
How are you?
I am outstanding, and welcome to, I don't know if you're familiar with us, but we of us on the NOK network, the Knock network. Welcome to Canada.
Thank you. I love it.
Yeah, freedom of speech is a big thing. And since I've been in Facebook jail, I get to go up and annoy the hell out of you guys in your comments. And it's one of those, I was deciding if I was going to bring people up or if I was just going to monopolize my time. And I thought, what better than a beautiful face to talk with and ask some questions about? So, we're going to settle it right now, right here, once and for all. I come from the school of a thing called Rick Simpson Oil, RSO.
Yes.
And I've heard you guys throwing the word FICO around.
Mhm.
Please explain FICO to my friends who might not otherwise understand the difference, please.
Okay, FICO stands for fully extracted cannabis oil. And one of the main reasons why, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to knock you around. Main
Yeah.
reasons why we as processors started calling it that was that some of Rick Simpson's legal team were coming to some of us and saying, you can't use RS anymore. You can't use RSO anymore, so you need to figure out something else to call it. And with that being said and that happening, we've now just become to call it FICO, fully extracted cannabis oil.
All right. So I love it. And thank you very much. Thank you. And I did not mean to be rude. It's just, I come from
No.
that age of Rick Simpson. I got to meet him one time, and it was before I was white haired, by the way. And I remember looking at him and thinking, like, wow, he's cool. And here I am with the same white hair, rocking the same dark black glasses as Rick Simpson. It's funny.
Yeah.
Rick Simpson oil, when we were making it ourselves, we were using like alcohol, like 99.7% alcohol, I think it was. And
Now, was
I
it
always felt,
isopropyl or
yes,
food grade?
I suppose. Well, we did both, actually. We did both depending on finances, obviously. I am a huge proponent of RSO as far as what it does for our bodies. I remember when he told his story about his scab on his nose and putting the stuff on it. I remember thinking, like that's bullshit. It's like grandma's drawing salve, right? So I'm like, that's bullshit. And then funny thing is, I had got bit by a black widow on my index finger, reaching into a box, and he got me. Cheap. And it swelled. I got all allergic reaction, the sweats. I got dizzy. I got nauseous. Well, I'm one of those idiots that like, well, hey, I got to pop it, because that's what you do. You don't do that. So
No.
I popped it. It got infected. And I'm a musician, so I use my fingers. And I love my wife. Oh, okay, sorry. So all of a sudden, it's a morning show. It's an afternoon show.
I
It's
love
a
it.
show. So basically, my friend goes, dude, put some of that RSO on it. And I'm like, big deal. It's a bite. It's infected. I need to put medicine on it. And he goes, Wayne, put RSO on it, put a Band-Aid over it, and forget about it. Okay. So I ended up gooping a bunch of it on it, putting here's where I'm weird, a piece of duct tape over it, because I was working in the yard and I didn't think a Band-Aid was going to survive in the glove and out of the glove. Okay, I'm not about to tell everybody that overnight I was cured and it was gone. No. But 3 to 4 uses of it nonstop, putting that stuff on, it was gone.
Yeah.
And then when I got sick, I ended up going through a friend of mine through City of Hope, the Cancer Foundation, and he was like, Wayne, I want to get you like a heroic dose. And I was like, what is a heroic dose? He gave me 5,000 milligrams in caplets in a Ziploc bag. That's how professional they were. The results were phenomenal. And guys, I was able to sleep. I wasn't in pain. I was able to manage my pain. I even thought about that with my ribs right here, because my ribs are fractured. I thought, what a cool way. But then I'm like, that'd be abusing. So
you could rub it topically. Okay, so here's one thing that is very, very important when it comes to FICO. You need to know the solvent that is used to extract it, because Rick Simpson in the beginning, he used very high grade isopropyl alcohol. Now let me tell you guys this. If you use rubbing alcohol, you should not ingest that. If you're using isopropyl rubbing alcohol, you should rub that FICO topically. If you're using a food grade, Everclear, anything higher than that, then you are able to purge 100% of the ethanol. That's the difference. Is isopropyl rubbing alcohol leaves a residual, as food grade alcohol does not. They're both good medicines, but know the purpose.
Do you find, because I would imagine, I remember when I was young, I used to put, and this is weird, don't judge people, I would put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip or on a cotton and put them on my zits, because I thought we were supposed to dry zits up, because I had acne. And when you think about what alcohol does, and it dries things out and it sucks and it does a job, to ingest that, you're absolutely correct. I never really thought about that. So thank you. That's it. Guys, I got a question for everybody watching. The brains on this woman, is it not so sexy? Like suddenly I want to get up and dance in my kitchen. You know what? Maybe we got to celebrate that time together, guys. You know what time it is? We're going to celebrate that time together.
Bong it time, it's bong it time. Don't you just know bong it time? It's bong it time, it's bong it time. Everyone loves bong it time. Bong it time, it's bong it time. Don't you just know bong it time? It's bong it time, it's bong it time. Everyone loves bong it time.
I love it. And I got to say, thank you so much for joining me, Daniel. This is cool. First and foremost, guys, I'm usually up here rambling by myself. So to have someone up here that knows what they're talking about and they're so easy on the eyes, thank God, this is what life is about. So let's think about for a second. We get to make our choices every day, right? We get up in the morning and we make a choice whether we're going to put our bitch face on or we're going to put our superhero face on, right?
Yep.
Now, this morning, I'm not going to lie to you. I got up and I wasn't sure because all the faces were like in the drawer and I couldn't figure out who, where, and how I wanted to be today. I know you're probably thinking, oh my God, did he just say that in like third person? And it's no. Okay, cool. Well, I have an alter ego, and my alter ego tends to get me in trouble. My alter ego is a Wild West 1865 Hiram Lyam Cross, gunfighting outlaw. He's wanted in 27 of the regional states. He's an Aquarius, and he likes long walks through the Cheyenne Desert.
Official 1800s bucking board, big wheel, 4x4 trailer. And you too can have the wildest ride. Check it out. Bluetooth, an official metal wheel. And you can pull along 2 horses, 3 horses, 4 horses. Here's an antique bucking board. This here would be your Ford truck in your, how would you say, your 4-wheel drive for all of us farm folks. Take a look.
I know, it's just one of those wacky things that the guy does, right? Thank you. So when the NOK came to me and they were like, you want to do something? And I was like, I think I do. I go up on everybody's shows. I talk on everybody else's platform. I'm in everyone's text board. All of a sudden, I was like, come up and do a show. How easy would it be and easy for me to do this? Because, I could do this all day long. Well, then all of a sudden, I got up here and somehow, somewhere, I got thrown in Facebook jail. And I couldn't go live. And I'm like, what in the actual F? So the fact that you guys are even in here today, thank you so very much is worth volumes and words because I get up here for 55 minutes and I will talk, man, like insane.
I love
myself. No, so it's great that you guys are here. I can actually we can, oh my God. Hello. So how are you this morning?
Yes.
Unfortunately, in a moment, fortunately or unfortunately, the man sometimes has to get involved in things. Now, I work for the man who the man is very cool. I work for the NOK network right now. You know, the Northern Ontario area is something that I've never been to. I've been over to Canada myself. I went over the border and came back. I was in a rock and roll band, so I got to go see Canada at least. But I didn't get to spend time. I didn't get to go hunting and fishing and all the things that I think would make my Canadian brothers and sisters so much fun, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been there before?
No. Would
That's
love
crazy. Right? You know what's crazy to me is that our brothers and sisters that are right above us up north, you know, yeah, they got an accent once in a while, you know, and they're a little different. They, you know, they use chainsaws more and like ski machines, you know, other than like, I don't get that chance. And they probably laugh at me because of like, but I try not to use like a lot.
It's okay.
I use dude a lot. I'm Californian that way, you know? So my question to you is, if you were doing a show and you knew that you wanted to do commercial breaks, would you try to get them out of the way? Would you do them in the middle of the show? Would you do them at the end of the show? What would your imagination tell you?
I would probably do them periodically.
All right. Well, I think that is definitely the way to do things. What do I know? I'm just a guy that gets up in here and has a little bit of fun. So periodically, I'm going to have to hit these buttons and have these things pop up on the screen. So please forgive me. I will try not to break up our conversation. I'll attempt.
My conversation's around your show, buddy.
Oh, man. Yeah, periodically. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I find that to me, doing this with my friends and watching other people's shows, it's given me a really good opportunity to figure out what I imagine and what I want to see.
Mm-hmm. And make it happen.
Yeah, and let's take a look. This might be a part of it. Let's see if it works.
Advertising space available at NOK. Contact us for a rate sheet at knocknetwork.com. Send us a message on our social media platforms or email us at info@noknetwork.com.
That's from the NOK, but I'm going to be honest with you. This is from me to you, okay? From me to you. If you're watching this, this is for you. And for Are you awake?
I am.
Yeah. So what is on your docket today? What do you got going planned?
Well, let's see. I just sealed and added a couple of labels to 58 chocolate bars that I will be delivering here in a couple of hours.
Wait, hold on. Tell us about the chocolate bars.
Okay, these are actually the chocolate bars. They are 245 milligrams of FICO infused. They are a true full spectrum because they do have acidic cannabinoids and fully activated or non-acidic cannabinoids.
So
it's just milk chocolate infused with FICO that I make.
Yeah. So what chocolate are you into? Is it are we talking like Nestle style chocolate, Dollhouse, or are you just buying the what are you getting?
It's just like a Merck melting chocolate or a coating chocolate. Mm-hmm. I also make I don't want to get in trouble, but I also make novelty chocolates as well. Let's just call them that, shall we?
Okay. So let's put it this way. on the NOK, we are okay. There's no trouble to be distributed here. We for me, this is not monetized. So, I know what you're getting at, and I love it, by the way. I grew up with weird things like that in my home. Not that my parents were like that, but my mom thought it was funny to have a ginormous red dong candle in the house. She just thought it was funny as hell. You know what I mean? And I look back on it like, yeah, I don't know if I would have that in my house, but.
Right. Yeah. They're not selling as well, but people are definitely eating the chocolates. And he was like, we're not curing cancer, which you should never tell people you're going to, because we do not have the medical background, and legalities could come and bite you in the ass for that. So just know that any information I give is personal information, stuff that I've researched. I encourage others to research it, because I don't want to be giving you medical advice. I'm just explaining to you how the medicines worked for me and what research I have found.
I think thank you, by the way. I think that's smart for us to all know. Just because we have a remedy that grandma or mom uses doesn't mean that the FDA might approve or our doctor might approve. I use cannabis, and I'm not about to sit here and tell you because it's my medicine. Bullshit. I use cannabis because I like to get high. I like to get my brain out of this like frantic spot that I live in. And sometimes weed gives me that chance to like, here, and I can focus. And as we talked about the squirrels, right?
Right, yes.
It's scary. So for me, where I live, in the part of California where I live, it's very much legal, whether you are doctor prescribed. Sorry, I almost said prescribed, or you're, just some 18-year-old that wants to go buy, his or her eighth at the shop. I think recreationally, it should be that way. This whole decriminalization thing, I know I just killed that word. I don't even go there, guys. It's not something that I'm even going to go, because I get it. I know what lobbyists do. And if you know anything about lobbyists, you know that that's how this bullshit is getting taken advantage of, because they're hiring fucking Sorry. I told you I wasn't going to go there, and I was going there. So I think what we need to do is have restructure for sure. And I think that we have to go back to, what's funny is you guys were talking about it a few days ago online, and I was in the chat, and my wife and I talked about it, how I saw a girl on the news, a broadcaster was talking about how at the end of work, she wants to go home, have a fat one, and throw her feet up. And I was like, whoa. And then all of a sudden we're watching a show together. And in the show, the kid's like vaping and talking about getting high, like openly on national TV. And then I was like, yeah, to the point where, okay, now I'm going to say some creepy stuff here, so don't take this weird. But where I come from, in the neighborhood that I was growing up in, it was rough. It was very rough where I was raised at. So it was not uncommon to see, like, it's going to sound gross, but like prophylactics in the gutter or by the trash because, someone was doing their thing. Now I'll go and I'll see empty weed containers, empty weed bags, and it pisses me off. Yeah, because it's that one bad apple thing. It messes it up for all of us. Sorry, I went to dad mode right there.
Your Becca wants to know if she can come up, and you've got the wrong one scrolling.
All right, let me. Of course.
Put the KX one. It's okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to.
Oh no, of course. No. This is,
there we go.
There, I believe I put the proper one up there. I think it should be.
Yep, that's the one that worked for me.
And it's weird because I bring this up. I know it's random, so forgive me. I bring it up because in your state, is it recreational?
No, it is medical. Hold on.
So you do have shops, but they're only medical rated shops, correct?
Right.
Okay.
I know medical only.
Yeah, I know a few different states. Before we went recreational, they went medical only. And I remember there were a bunch of shops. that were open, like medical registration. You can go and get your rec for like $70 or whatever it is. Oh, come on, it's got to work. You can do it. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. Next time I'll put it up in the description so you guys can have active link. I thought I was going to get up here and be talking to myself again. So you guys shocked me. But I'd love to have people up like this. This is kind of my idea, by the way. It's, you know, when you sit at the table. Okay, I got a question. I see you predominantly in your car smoking. So home, where's your spot?
This is my spot.
Really? Okay.
So
okay.
I live with my great aunt because they want to go on vacation. And they have 4 cats and 2 dogs and 12 koi fish. And and so I tell them I'm putting in application. They're like, no, you're not. Why? I'm like, because you're not going on vacation. You can't do that. I'm like, well, you better get to freaking
vacationing.
That's the reason why I'm here. So, yeah.
Oh, I asked
the money that I save. Okay.
Absolutely. But I ask because, you know, mine's right here at the dining room table. Most of my friends, most of the people that know me know that this is, you know, this is where they could find. I'll do that. I will do that for you. Most of my friends know that when they come over to my house, my dining room table is kind of in the kitchen. It's like where we sit and we do our business. Let me do this real quick for her.
I mean, my aunt has an island inside in the kitchen, and she has a fan above, and that's where she smokes her cigarettes. And I smoke in there, but it's loud in there with that fan going, and then sometimes my great uncle George has the TV going in the next room, which gets picked up. And so it's just easiest for me if I'm in my car. That way there's no bugs. I can control the temperature. I mean, I can control everything right here.
I usually do it here at the dining room table unless my wife is doing something and she doesn't need to hear me being loud, which is understandable. Or I broadcast. And when it's not 100 million degrees and super bright and ugly out, I'll go outside. But lately, it's just, you know, it's not worth the sweat that it takes, you know.
No,
but so this is perfect. This is perfect. I appreciate all of this because when I started thinking about doing a show idea, I didn't want to do a show. What I wanted it to be like, or what I wanted it to be was, like if you came over to my house right now and you sat at the dining room table and we just had bong hits and we started talking about the universe and the stupid stuff that we like and what's real and fake. That's what I wanted to do. So if it seems a bit all over the map, folks, it's because it kind of is, and it maybe should be. It's like loose fitting. Now, unfortunately, I got to do this. However it needs to be done, it's got to be done because it's part of what I do. I got to give you 4 minutes of your life has to be taken away from you. I love you, and I'll make it right by everybody. Enjoy.
Psychedelic Tuesdays on NOK Network. Tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Psychedelic Reporters. Bufo Alvarius is scouring the newswires for stories being reported in the mainstream media on the psychedelic front and passing them on to Hobby's Puppets and Tara Simpson so they can bring them to you, our listeners, in this 60-minute video news podcast. Tuesday evening news. Join us for Tuesday evening news each week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all your news and information from the world of psychedelic medicine. Follow and subscribe to NOK Network on our webpage, social media, and streaming sites, including YouTube and Rumble.
Peace, News, and Views on NOK Network. Patients everywhere advocating cannabis evolution with Kim Cooper and Sir Steve-O. Joint hosts interview people in the grassroots and corporate cannabis space across North America and beyond. Sit down with patients, entrepreneurs, lawyers, doctors, and others share their journey with this medicinal plant. So join us for Peace, News, and Views. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where all consumption is medicinal consumption on NOKnetwork.com. Follow and subscribe to NOK Network on social media and streaming sites including Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble.
Put it all away for 30 minutes a day on IWK. The IWK 710 Daily Sesh is a virtual gathering where consumers meet up for a toke and some laughs at 7 p.m. Eastern nightly. Originally aired on Info with Kim social media pages, the IWK 710 Daily Sesh is now also podcasted on NOK Network. Rotating joint hosts bring you a variety of content during this 30-minute virtual smoke sesh. Take a break from the stresses in life and put it all away for 30 minutes a day on IWK. Podcasted nightly at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on NOK Network.
Hey, dudes and dudettes. Enjoy the show, man.
Okay, we survived. We made it through the other side. Wow.
We did.
It's kind
That
of,
was cute.
yeah, you know, we got to get, you know, the way to keep these things going, as we all know, that you got to have sponsors and you have to have people that are getting behind these products. And we got to know that these products and people are also powerful together. You know, as much as we talk about cannabis and the things that we love, we're people and we have things going on in our life from day to day. Marital problems, real estate problems, parent problems. Now, mind you, the key word I've been throwing there is problem, not the point. Okay, I'm more of a solution guy. Unfortunately, I am more of the like, how do I fix this? And it drives my wife and other people crazy. And I admit it. I'm fully admitting it. I admit it.
I'm a fixer. If there's a problem, I like to fix it.
What sign are you?
Sagittarius.
Oh my God, really? Flip out like my son. Okay. I won't tell you what to do. I promise. I won't put a fence around you. I promise.
Thank you.
No, you thought for a second, you're like, this dude's going to one of those bar pickup lines. I'm like, no, I promise you I'm not.
No.
Those things didn't work for me anyways. But have you ever noticed how certain signs, they live up to like everything that they claim that they are? And does that make sense? Did I just talk in circles?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
like
no,
I'm a triple Aquarius. There's two other ones in there, but I'm big time Aquarius. And I do stuff, and then when I looked up the archetype of Aquarius, I'm like, oh, like,
Right?
you're like,
Yeah.
shit, that was you.
Hmm. Some people
You know,
believe in that, but I really do.
so I got to ask, in this medical state that you're in, which is, I'm guessing next year they're going to vote for recreational, probably.
It will be the second year that it's been on the ballot. We've been pretty particular as to how we want it written and what it allows.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of kid and shit in the farmer bill. And
I know. Becca says we got to pay attention to the farmer bill.
Oh,
Shut up here, Becca.
Okay, so what's going to happen? What's going to happen with the farmer bill is it's going to work the same as all almanac works. It's going to become a thing of the old, because what's going to happen is these farmers are going to get pissed off. Okay, we do not need the Fed inside a farming grow, but at the same time,
No.
if you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, then maybe the Fed should get there, so there's some tax money getting taken. Whatever, if that's the thing. Taxation, it's such a hard thing, because I voted no for all of this, by the way. I was like, I don't want it legal. I don't want it recreational. I don't want it for medical. Like, no, because I knew what was going to happen if that all happened. And the funny thing is, it's almost like when someone can predict the stock market. I predicted half of these things 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when I was like, no, don't do it. And mind you, I was a younger guy back then, so my thoughts were way more different than they are now, especially regarding fiscal bullshit, and geopolitical stuff, because I never paid attention to it. I was always like, oh, who cares? Down with the government, fuck it all. I was always that guy. Here I am now, an older guy going, whoa, hold on for a second. What did you just say?
Right.
So, what are you on a street? Are you on a highway? Are you sitting parked?
I'm parked in my aunt's driveway.
Okay. I love it. You got the air going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. It's funny, because today I was like, I'm gonna go outside, and I walked outside to set up the camera, and I got out there, and the birds are like,
oh yeah,
and which was cool. But I'm like, it's going to kill my audio. And then right when I said that, I can hear the neighbor like, yeah. So I'm like, we're going inside today. Good morning and good day, Michael. I'm not entirely sure what time it is at your home, but I'm sure you're having a morning or a day, or at least I hope you're having a Tuesday at last. We could at least count that we're all having the same Tuesday together.
Yes. I'm having a great Tuesday.
Do you like to travel, or is travel one of those things where you're like not into it?
I travel all the time. I love to travel.
Have you ever been to a place called Cloud City?
No.
Cloud City is this place that I imagine every time that I get super faded and I'm sitting there when I'm red-eyed on the couch going, that is Cloud City for me.
Yeah, so I've been there a couple times.
Okay. I'm just checking, because some people, they are just like, Wayne, like, you're a weirdo. I am a weirdo. So my other question with that Cloud City comment is, do you ever not want to come back?
All the time.
Okay, now comes the A question. It's going to be the winner right here. This is if, like I take you home to meet my mom now with this question. Have you ever had that buzz, however the buzz is, where you were like, if I could stay like this for the rest of my life, I would be okay?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, my mom is dead, so it's going to be a little difficult for that meeting. But I know a bunch of mediums. We can work something out.
Yeah, no, I've been to Cloud City, and every time I go there, I do not want to come back to reality.
I have the hardest time, at least recently, wanting to come back from Cloud City. I've caught myself just going, or I'm like earthed away like a kite,
Yeah.
and that's the thing I have to. Now I can give you my secret. I'll give you my secret away. Because a lot of people will say, yeah, Wayne has this crazy energy, or I love his energy. Okay, thank you, by the way. I admire that. Thank you. It is what happens when you take silver into steel. Okay, when we take silver into steel, it turns into this beautiful thing, and it becomes a metal. And as you work and you work and you work and you work and you work, it gets very sharp. So what you're witnessing when you guys are like, we love your energy, is you're witnessing someone who has worked and worked and worked and worked his ADHD, where I've been honing how I do things, because I'm usually lost in my thoughts within 3 seconds. I'll be like, oh. So that's why when people say that, thank you. It's just a lot. Yeah, that. Look at that. He's like, Cloud City. Hey, man, vote for me for the Prime Minister of Cloud City.
We will. You got that nice vote for sure.
I wake up around 5 o'clock to water the plants, and when I do, I can usually count that you and Ted are in there talking. And yeah, I can't go live with you, but it's great to sit and listen to my friends and the things that you guys will talk about. I don't manicure, but I chew the shit out of my nails, so maybe I can work on that. So, so you're like, this guy does watch our show, see?
Yeah, I forgot. I need to call and see what they charge for Ted to get a manicure. That'd be great. Get mani-pedi.
I've never had one. I've never had one, but I could imagine that it's an epic thing. I've tried.
It really feels
my wife
great.
talked. Oh, I did some waxing. I got my back waxed one time, and that was a holy shitballs moment that I'll never do again.
No. Pedicures and manicures, nothing like waxing.
Well, my thought was, to be honest, my thought was, if you wax certain areas, then I'm like, I could do my back, because if you're doing those certain crazy areas, well, I come to find out that your back is a much larger area, larger surface area. Brutal.
Yeah, so you have more at once. Yeah, when you do those, I would anticipate doing those smaller areas, you have smaller hairs and less of them, so, yeah.
We would, wow. Have you had coffee today?
Yes, I have.
I probably had too much coffee, but I am outside working currently, hence why the safety orange shirt. And I'm showing a before and after so people can know what we've been doing today. I was saying before I started, I'm trying. I have an acre in my backyard, and I decided this last season we had crazy rains, and I was like, I'm not going back there. Well, then 2 seasons went by. I'm like, I'm not going back there. Now it is like, holy shooey, there's a lot of weeds. So I'm beautifying. Thank you. What a great way to put it. Yes, I can't wait to show people my beautification.
Yep, and we are excited to see it.
It's like hard work and determination does a bunch of things for us. At the same time, there's days that you don't want to do it. You're like, I don't want to play.
You have to force yourself. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Reach your end goal.
I'll do a lot of notation for myself. I will keep a lot of notes telling myself, oh, today, we're going to accomplish this, or tomorrow we're going to really try to accomplish that. Coming up here and streaming, it was one of those things that I never imagined I would get into. Never thought that anybody would want to talk or listen. when I made sure that this was going to be free flowing and very open ended, that's something I think should really help all of us, because I try to follow. Yeah, thank you. And they're going to be, take a look. It's going to be cool this season because I decided to go less but more. So instead of going with 14 trees, I decided I got 4, but I'm going to make those 4 turn into monsters. Now, 4 turned into plenty more because suddenly a bunch of babies popped up that we weren't really thinking about. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, there's babies popping up. So I'm going to let the babies grow.
The volunteers. Let those volunteers.
Yes. Oh, I love volunteers though. Sometimes you're like, well, what's that? I don't remember. And you're like, oh, well, we'll see. And then it's bright green and you're like, it's cannabis?
Yep.
Oh, my dear.
In areas.
You have completely helped me rock through my 55 minutes of absolute pandemonium. Thank you. I totally appreciate you for that. I really do. Appreciate anybody who is watching today, because again, there are so many streamers out there that you can be watching, and there's so many other people with great messages. You choose to come up and sit with me, or even listen to me for the few 55 minutes that I'm choosing to throw out to the world. I totally appreciate it. It really does mean a lot, because as an old guy sitting around thinking these young bucks that are out there doing it, part of me says, I want to give something back. Now take a look. I'm going to clear this up with us all right now. I don't do giveaways. I don't do hashtags. But what I'll give away to you is just a little bit of knowledge, or maybe a little bit of thought, or maybe make you think. My question for you today, before I keep babbling, my dear, are there any shout outs or anything that you'd like to throw out there? Go for it. Give it your word. Give it your best. Come on, tell them about your business. Give them something, my dear. Come on. It is okay to talk about our friend's business.
I am a 2-time cancer survivor, and my goal in life is to spread the knowledge of what cannabis can do when modern medicine has nothing left to offer.
That's fucking beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you. That's beautiful.
Anything else, they can look me up online. I'm Danielle Cooper.
Danielle Cooper. Look her up. I can promise you that my friend will give you lots of knowledge. My friend is cool. I want to talk about our friends for a moment before I leave us. Think about the planets and the stars. It's such a vast thing that we can't comprehend. We get lost in the moment of what the hell? It's so what? Oh, it's flat, it's round, it's huge. It's irrelevant. But I want to take a moment about right here. I want to talk about. I know you're probably like, oh God, he's going to talk about religion. No, I'm talking about miracles. Miracles. People are like, oh God, he's going to talk about walking on water, turning water into wine. No. There is a miracle that exists every morning. I don't know how many people are on the planet right now, but I'm going to guess we're at the 100 million. I don't know. Would that sound crazy to say that? 10 billion people on the planet? Is that a dumb number? No.
I don't think so.
So we're going to say there's 10 billion people on the planet. That's 10 billion miracles. That's 10 billion people waking up every morning, going to work, becoming dads, moms, chefs, police officers, thieves, criminals, petty officers, presidents of the United States of America. These are miracles, okay? These are a miracle where women can go out and almost get equal pay now. How stupid is that? We're in 2024 and irrelevant. We are living in a time with miracles that are around us every day. So, with 10 billion people waking up, that's 10 billion miracles waking up. I would like to say to each and every single one of you, and Danielle to you, thank you for being in my miracle today. It means a whole lot for me to be able to say that, because I might not have said this earlier in my life. Thank you. I appreciate you so very much. And to all of you watching, I love you so very much. It's time to go beautify in the backyard, kids. Be good yourself. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I love you so much. Be good yourself, guys. And remember, blow lots of pies.